What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 3 of Deep Feelings with Faiz. Yeah.
Hi.
All right. Well, it's been a while for sure. It's been like a week.
It hasn't been that long. It's only been like 1 week.
Yeah, but there's been like a lot of people that are like, "Hey, dude, you haven't followed up with your schedule."
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Jeez, we didn't think we were that popular.
Yeah, apparently. But it's just been pretty rough. We had a lot of school stuff to do, so kind of sorry about that. And also, we're changing a few things on the channel. Like, we're only gonna be posting on Tuesdays now. So
Yeah, we're not professional.
yeah, but if we do get back onto our schedule and we have enough videos that will last us a long time, then I think we'll go back to our Tuesdays and Thursdays. But for now, we'll stick with Tuesday. So yeah, and Faiz, you want to start off this conversation?
The beginning of these podcasts is always so awkward.
That is true.
Know?
We gotta fix that.
First of all, I want to say tons and tons of criticism from
that is
my
true.
Side of the viewers.
Yeah, and also
Tons and tons of criticism.
Yeah, I've been reading the YouTube comments. He's been reading his Instagram DMs.
Yeah,
all that stuff.
First of all, there's good and bad criticism.
Yeah.
Both are accepted, you know.
Yeah, I remember
you gotta take both of it.
I know one of the biggest things is probably Faiz is way too close to the mic.
God. Okay, yeah, I'm obviously fixing that now. You know, I'm changing it.
Yeah.
I'm just back up a little bit. You know, jeez, relax.
Yeah. No,
Okay,
right? Yeah.
and criticism that we got. This podcast is gonna be different a little bit because we want to talk about some important stuff that goes on in our teenager type of lives.
Yeah, honestly, most of these podcasts are mainly just for us high schoolers, and obviously if there's adults, you guys can watch this stuff too.
Yeah, I mean, this was just a fun project that we wanted to do.
Yeah.
But first of all, with the criticism that I wanted to talk about, I mean, all types of criticism is welcomed.
Yeah.
You know, but
here's the thing on me and criticism. All right, so there's criticism, and then there's just pure hate. So
yeah,
yeah,
that was gonna be the difference. So
yeah,
straight up off the bat with this podcast, and I feel like society today, and that we're gonna lead this into our topic, like creativity and following your dreams, pretty much, is looked down upon nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, if you start anything, one way or another, you're going to get criticism, when you start off.
I remember posting the Instagram post on my Instagram of, spreading the news.
There.
Yeah, go follow.
Yeah, continue.
Small plug. I remember posting it, and immediately after I posted, I got hecka,
really?
So many people just started hitting me up, dude, what are you doing? What is this? It's going to be so lame.
It's
why
true.
are you doing this?
Yeah, a lot of our friends were like that
and
as well.
And tons of people just immediately want to just hate on your thing, your dreams that you're trying to commit to.
Yeah.
And I mean, look at us now. If you're putting down creativity, if you're one of those people who puts down creativity.
Yeah, honestly, shout out to all the creators out there. Humble beginnings.
Humble beginnings. You put down creativity in the spot that we're in. I mean, look at what we're doing right
exactly.
now.
We're in a
episode
garage.
3 of season 1.
Bro,
we're in a garage. There's a tarp in the background.
Exactly.
And if this doesn't influence you enough to just follow your dreams and do something, have fun, then I don't know what is.
Yeah,
I don't know what will.
Yeah, bro, we're like the Steve Jobs of freaking podcasting. Dude.
I don't know about Steve Jobs.
Well, I mean,
Steve Jobs was kind of an annoying guy, you know.
I mean, he dropped out of college. He was in his garage working on stuff. So, yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, but anyways, going back to the whole criticism and hate.
I want to lead this topic of creativity and denouncing creativity to an idea of individualism and self-expression. So, this past week, we're not filming this on Tuesday, by the way. We're filming this on Friday, so
March 1st.
It'll be uploaded on Tuesday. But this last week, this last Tuesday actually, I went to this leadership conference that I was invited to go to, at school. Actually, I had to leave school, and I had to go to this the Lakeside Church here in Folsom, which is a cool place. It was an awesome place, really beautiful. And so a specific group of people, juniors, only juniors actually, are invited to go to this event, and we have to dress up really nice, and there's adults that come from all different aspects of the workforce. So there was public service, politicians, not politicians, computer science workers, engineers. All these people came to this leadership conference, and we were told to sit in a circle in this room. We each had a group. We each went to a room, and we sat in a circle, and we talked about the differences that were there between school and business. And so what we learned was business etiquette, like the basics of like,
Yeah, like
firm
working.
handshake,
Yeah.
eye contact, all that good stuff.
All right.
And then we also talked about, which was like the most coolest part of it was like the problems that are going on in school. And what I know some of you guys told me that you don't want to hear or talk about school, but I'm not specifically talking about like classes and stuff. Actually, I kind of am. I will maybe. Yeah. But I mean like the idea of the stress that school puts onto us kids. I'm not saying that all of us are stressed. I mean, if you can handle that kind of stuff.
What was like the main stuff? Like, cause was it just like, did they talk about like bullying and stuff, or just like
no,
just, like,
it wasn't about bullying.
Or just like how to like handle like schoolwork?
It was about kids who go to the like extremes at school. You know what I mean? Like they take
like the people that like go like take APs and stuff.
Like tons and tons of AP classes for this idea of they're gonna be they're gonna fail.
Those kids.
I know, but I mean, like I take AP classes, but I don't take like
I don't,
6 APs.
Yeah,
but if you do take 6 APs, we're not hating on you. We're saying like good for you if you can handle it.
Yeah.
But then there's like a part of it that just kind of throws a creativity part of it outside of yourself.
I agree with that, yeah.
Like you can't be as creative or follow your dreams because parents nowadays, shout out to all the parents, but parents nowadays are telling us kids to not follow our dreams. I mean, look at what we're doing right now. We're in a podcast. We're in a garage doing a podcast for the community of Folsom.
Yeah,
and
actually, yeah.
I'm not saying that this is my dream, but it's definitely a fun project that I want to work on.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel like if you're not taking this as an influence to follow your own dreams, then good luck to you. But I mean, like kids nowadays are told not to follow their dreams. Like my mom and dad. Actually, never mind. I'm not gonna talk about that. Like kids nowadays would be given like 3 jobs that they could pick from their parents.
Yeah.
Like doctor, engineer, or
oh my
god.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so like I also want to talk about this a bit because a few weeks ago, like at my music teacher's house, since he's actually pretty religious, he's a religious guy, and basically like the music that I sing, Indian classical music, it's like based off my religion and like our gods and stuff. And he invited this priest to come over to our house and speak. And he was talking about like a lot of the stuff you're like talking about as well, like stress that's going on with kids, like technology and like all the stuff that's happening in our society today. And he was like literally he told like my teacher's daughter like what she wants to do in the future, and he literally gave her 3 options: doctor, lawyer, engineer.
Yeah.
And like when I heard that, like when I heard that, I felt like super bad because I'm like, why is it only those 3?
Yeah, I mean, you have a YouTube channel, and how many subscribers do you YouTube?
I mean, like I have like over 1,000, but
I mean, that's a good start. Humble beginnings.
Yeah, exactly,
I mean, like if you're not willing to follow your dreams, at least try. Like start somewhere like this. Like this fun project that we're doing, we started it. We're gonna see where it goes. Yeah. But I mean, for creativity wise, like people nowadays would rather take 6 AP classes to make it look good on their college applications rather than for the actual learning. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you want to take AP classes, like go for it, but we're just saying
I'm not saying
that,
I mean, I take AP classes now, but I'm saying like for kids who go to the extremes. Yeah. I mean, like, you're crazy. I'm not gonna lie, you're crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Like 6 AP classes, all the workload, the stress of AP tests. I mean, College Board, the company that gives out like the SATs, AP exams. That those people control our lives. Yeah, pretty much. And they've turned our idea of success into a business, and that makes it kind of pathetic, Yeah. Like, we're trying to do something with our lives here, trying to, like, benefit ourselves by taking these AP classes, challenging ourselves, and they could care less. Yeah, because it's a business to them. Yeah. We got to pay $100 an exam.
Yeah, just for an exam.
To take this AP level exam. Yeah. I mean, if they actually did give a crap about it, I mean, like, yeah, sure, they could argue the point that, oh, these AP level classes they're gonna give you college credit, but you still got to pay for it, right?
Exactly, yeah. But it's not gonna come free.
For the point of, like, paying for it, like, if we got to pay for it, they could care less about what we do with our lives. I know. I mean, they don't give a crap. It's a business to them. Yeah. It's a business for everything. I mean, and that's, like, one thing that's going to go in on, like, my adult life. Your adult life. I mean, everything is, like, going to be about money. Making money. And I think there's a fear factor in that when kids take all these AP level classes to try to get into, like, the colleges that they want to, the universities that they want to go to. AP level classes to them is like a gateway to getting into the colleges that they want. But that, like, nowadays, AP level classes are they're just not enough. Yeah. Because you got to do the volunteering, you got to do the outside, like, community work, stuff like that. And even that now is like, it's no longer about actually volunteering anymore.
Yeah.
Like, kids are volunteering for the sake of college applications.
I know.
Like, if that's not a message to what's going on in our society today, then like you gotta open your eyes and look to see what's actually going on. Like, kids won't volunteer anymore for the sake of volunteering. They'll go to volunteering clubs because
mainly just to like get into like college.
Yeah,
and, like,
mainly because to put on their college app, say like, hey, yeah, I do all this community stuff, but like on the inside, are you actually?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Are you actually there to help out your community, or are you actually there to help out yourself?
Yeah, you can just like join any club and just say that you did work, but you're not like no one's gonna know for sure that you're actually doing work.
You're not gonna be there. I mean, you do have to like prove that you did volunteer and stuff.
Yeah,
but I'm saying like the actual volunteer work that you do. Did these kids? And I'm not like specifying like certain people. Actually, yeah, I am. But I'm trying to say like the norm nowadays. Like, kids are not only trying to, like, it's too kind of a selfish society that we live in.
Yeah.
Right. It's competitive. Yeah. School is no longer about learning. School is a competition.
But then also
that was one thing that we talked about at the leadership conference.
But then also I want to add on to that, like, especially like getting into college and stuff, what people put on their resumes. I mean, I can also like argue against that, because even colleges aren't just looking for like the highest GPA, like, you know, what you got on the SAT, ACT.
Yeah, college is college. That's one thing I heard at the leadership conference.
Yeah, but I mean, they also look at like what you do, like, you know, on the outside, like what are your hobbies, like what do you do besides like all that.
Yeah, like this is a hobby right now. Like but what I'm trying to say is like college, like if you're stressed about college and what college you're going to go to, like take it easy, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Don't stress yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's not going to happen, then there's something better for you out there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like in our computer science class, we actually had a few Intel employees who came over to talk about like internships to work at Intel. And they're talking about basically what they look for within like, you know, students and people that want to work at Intel. And they say, like, they don't just want to see, like, that you're, like, you know, a hard worker, like, getting, like, a 4.0 GPA, like, you know, 1,600 on your SAT, ACT, whatever it is. But they also want to know, like, what you do, like, in your free time, like, that you're not, like, playing games all day or stuff like that, but that you actually, like, do things that they look for. And I think that's also a big part about it. But I'm trying to say that
that's not necessarily a good thing.
What do you mean by that?
That they're looking for all these, like, yeah, you could do hard work, you could do all this extracurricular stuff, but I'm saying that the kids who are doing all this extracurricular stuff are not doing it for the sake of helping others.
Yeah, no. I know that part, but I'm just like saying, like, if it's like stuff that people like look for, like especially like, you know, companies and stuff, like maybe like you like to code in your free time, right? Like, because I know.
100%. I understand that. Like, if you're doing that to get somewhere, go ahead.
Yeah.
Which I mean, every AP level kid is trying to do.
Yeah.
They're trying to get into good college,
but I also do understand your point.
I'm trying to say like the negatives of this.
Yeah.
Like, there's positives of AP level classes. Like you're gonna, if you do good on the AP test, you're gonna get college credit. You don't have to take that class in AP in universities and stuff. But what I'm trying to say is the negative side of this, of what it's doing to kids nowadays. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
That's what I mean by all this stuff that we're saying, like going back and forth about college and whatnot.
Yeah.
And like college, sometimes kids or companies nowadays don't even look at college degrees anymore.
That's kind of true.
Like people are hired even if they don't have a college degree. Like you can, if you're good at coding and you can prove it.
Yeah, I mean, you can get like
a good job. You don't have to go to college straight for that. Yeah. I mean, there's an article that I read somewhere where IBM, I think hired a man who didn't have a bachelor's degree in coding or computer science, and he got in. I think it was IBM.
Yeah, that's the exact thing that I was like talking about with Intel, is that it's not just about like what you do like with schoolwork. It's also like, you know, if you're good at something and if it's something that you like love to do, then you might just
like pursue
get a chance.
it. Pursue it. Yeah. Don't be afraid to pursue it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
beginnings,
like this. This podcast is literally an example of don't be afraid to pursue your dreams. If these guys, anyone tells you not to pursue your dreams, then like ignore them.
Yeah, just ignore it. Yeah.
Because if you want to pursue your dreams, just start.
Just
you know?
Just with this
just
podcast.
Start.
Yeah. Hashtag humble beginnings.
Hashtag humble beginnings again.
Yeah.
So I also want to talk about at this leadership conference. First of all, I wanted to say that I think every kid should have gone to that leadership conference. I mean,
he actually did say that at school as well.
First of all, like this leadership conference was probably the most beneficial. Like I got the most beneficial information from that leadership conference because one, it taught me about like life, like how to live my life.
Yeah.
To be an effective person in the community and stuff, but also taught me like, you know, like don't stress out over stuff.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know what I mean? Someone's calling me on my phone.
That's all right.
Okay. There was the speaker at the leadership conference was the USA men's volleyball coach. It was a she. Hold on, let me look up her name. Man, her name was.
She's
for all those, first female volleyball coach for UCLA. UCLA is a really good volleyball team, by the way. If you don't know that, UCLA is a really good school, by the way, too.
Shout out to UCLA.
UCLA.
Yeah, but also I wanted to talk about just like how to live your life. Just don't be like too much stress. Don't put too much stress on yourself, because it's not gonna work out for you at the end. You may get a good job, you may have that, but
I can't find her name and I forgot her name. But look,
I was talking about this part, but I was like saying, like, if you have too much stress and if you're like doing something that you really don't want to do, like, it's just basically on you. Like, just do what you want to do with your life. You know, you got one life. You might as well do it on what you love. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I was gonna say, with this UCLA volleyball coach, she gave an awesome talk that, again, I think all the kids at school should have heard. So it was about her, pretty much her led up to her success, right? So first of all, she started out, she went to university. She went to a school that she thought would have been good for her. I think it was Humbolton State. And she hated it.
Okay.
It sucked for her. She didn't like it. And she was trying to make the softball team. And she didn't get in, so she pursued coaching and sports science. And so she transferred to Sac State, and she got onto the team the softball team. She got an injury in her back or something, and she had to quit. And so she became a professor in sports science and taught at a university. But she was friends and roommates with the UCLA volleyball men's head coach and the Olympic men's volleyball head coach. She was roommates with him, and the men's volleyball coach, the guy, called her up and asked her, "Hey, can you come coach for us?" Because she was like a psychology major, and she knew how to handle players and like small details and stuff when you're playing volleyball.
Yeah.
And so she went over there for 4 years, coaching UCLA volleyball, and then she did men's Olympic volleyball, which was really cool. And so she comes back, and then she did men's Olympic volleyball first. Then she went back. She taught at a university as a professor, and then she comes back. She gets a call from the guy again, saying that, "Hey, can you come coach for UCLA men's volleyball?" And now that's her job. But the fact is that what I'm trying to say is that it took her 11 years to get to the position that she's at. And one of the most beneficial things I heard at that conference was, don't put a timeline on your success. Because success is not going to come like that, you know?
Yeah.
Success
you
takes
have to,
time.
Yeah, you have to learn how to have patience, guys. Patience is really important.
Success, if you really want it, you got to learn to persevere and go through with it.
I mean, honestly, that's for anything, like, you know.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm trying to put this onto a broader perspective, that don't expect that if you're taking all these AP level classes, that you're going to be the best kid out of college.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be the best kid coming out of that college.
Yeah.
Like, you got to learn to take it day by day and take it, and don't get too stressed over what's going to happen in the future. Like, know what's going on in your life right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, read the news, do something, go outside, have a hobby.
Yeah.
Don't just stay inside and study all the time. I mean, I should study more, but I'm trying to say is, like, this thing that we're doing here.
Yeah, it's something.
It's something. Yeah, it's a start.
Yeah.
And by, like, when we started this, we didn't expect anyone to even listen, first of all.
That is true.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
I mean, we didn't expect anyone to even, like, show up or even follow the Instagram at Deep Feelings, or even listen to this podcast. And we didn't even expect anyone to listen on SoundCloud. Shout out to the SoundCloud
listeners, not viewers.
Listeners.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, if that doesn't say anything, we're not expecting to be big in like a year or two. We're expecting
it's definitely going to take time.
It's going to take time, and we might not even get big.
Yeah,
we might just
still stay
a
small.
little humble podcast.
Yeah,
in this community.
Yeah, but at least it's something that we like to do. It's not like something that we're just forcing ourselves to, you know.
Yeah, and then I also want to say, with following your dreams, like everyone says, failure is a teacher, right?
Yeah.
You always learn from failure, right?
Yeah.
And then I feel like in those times that you want to give up, the coach who was giving the talk, she said, in the times like in volleyball, if you miss a serve, right? You serve up the ball, you hit it, you miss it. All right, now ask yourself, so what?
Yeah, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, so what?
Yeah.
And then she said, ask yourself, now what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, you failed. Now you failed at this one thing. Now what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You gotta learn to take it day by day, and with that failure, learn from it.
Yeah. that just goes for anything, like just
goes
business.
from anything. Yeah, that was probably
work.
even more beneficial that I heard. Like, all right, yeah, if you do bad on the math test, all right, now I know to study harder for the next one.
Yeah.
It's stuff like that, simple stuff like that I think everybody should have heard from at school. Should have went to this leadership conference, and the business etiquette part was all right, but the school part was the main part. I mean, kids nowadays don't have the creativity that they used to have. I mean, everybody nowadays just wants to be.
Yeah, they just
wants to be
at the
better.
top.
Just wants to be better than the person right next to them.
Yeah.
And like the coach said something else. She's like, don't waste your time on what other people think of you or what you think of others. Like, why waste your time with that?
Yeah, exactly. I agree with
You're
that.
your own person. You got to learn to just stick with it and do yourself. Yeah. Do everything yourself. I mean, if you're wasting time trying to be as good as the person above you, what are you doing to focus? What are you doing to focus on yourself and be better than the person of yourself? Like, what are you doing to improve yourself?
Exactly.
Like, were you better than yesterday, or are you the same yesterday?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, all these kids are in this big competition called school, and we're trying to get into these universities, and everybody knows getting into UCs nowadays is way harder than getting UC.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Getting into like UCs like back in the day in like the 2000s or like 1990s.
Yeah, back then it was just like simple to get in.
Like,
but
we're out here like working our butts off, and
That's true.
we're not getting any sympathy for it. I'm not saying that we want your pity. I'm saying that we just gotta work through it and work harder for it, and don't let it stress yourself.
Damn.
All right.
That was good.
And self-expression is very important.
Yeah, I 100% agree with all that
Individuality.
stuff.
Like, who cares if he watches Logan Paul? Like, I got so much hate for that. Oh, man, he watches Logan Paul, man. I'm not going to watch it. Who cares? That's his choice.
Yeah,
if you want to watch Logan Paul, watch Logan Paul. If I want to watch Yes Theory, let me watch Yes Theory.
Yeah, and okay, like, also I want to say on like the whole like criticism and hate, like, if you guys like are just gonna say hate all the time and just like tell us to like screw ourselves,
don't even bother. Like, we're not
honestly,
gonna read it.
Yeah, honestly, like we're like just don't watch. Like we're not telling you.
I mean,
like,
I'm not saying we have haters. I'm saying like we accept all criticism.
Yeah,
like,
I agree with
like
that.
with the mic thing.
Yeah, because like I also like got some criticism from like some of your friends.
Yeah, we're not gonna better this podcast without your criticism. So we're saying still give us criticism. But
Yeah.
But we're saying
but
like if you're just straight up hating on this, like, all right.
Yeah, and also I would also like to go a bit into like more hate and just like why people would give hate. I feel like people like they just don't have enough stuff in their life to like talk about or just like discuss about that they just have to put their hate onto other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a fact of like bullying anyway. I mean, bullying people who are bullies only bully because they themselves are getting bullied and they don't have anyone else to put it onto.
Yeah, basically like all their hatred, like they're just gonna put it on other people.
There's a fear factor of, again, with competition. There's a fear factor that, like, with the person next to you, like above you or ahead of you, there's a fear factor of him being more successful and you leading towards a failure.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, like, for example, getting a good grade on an essay, right? So in my AP Lang class, a good grade on an essay is a 9. That's like insanely good. Like, rare people get that, right? And so when the teacher says we're gonna have an essay this week, kids go nuts. They go nuts. Like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. I need to reread the book. I need to reread.
Yeah.
And they'll go insane over this essay trying to prepare. And then once, like, the way I feel, once you get to the essay.
Yeah,
it's no big deal.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
There's more fear factor of working up to something that you're fearing than there is actually fearing it in the moment.
Yeah.
You're taking all this time to grow up, all this anxiety, but when you actually get there,
like, yeah, what are you gonna do?
What's the big deal?
Yeah.
You know what you're doing. If you trust yourself enough, like, learn to love yourself first of all.
Yeah.
Learn to love yourself before you love other people.
Yeah.
Because I mean, family first, always. But
yeah.
Learn to love yourself and understand yourself before going into something that you're afraid of.
100%. Yeah.
Trust yourself. Trust your emotions. Trust how you work.
Yeah.
Trust how you adapt and persevere through situations.
Yeah. Because if you get to love yourself first, then you're gonna have more confidence in your life.
Like, if you love yourself, what does the hate even mean? You know?
100%,
like, the hate, like, I got my pride right here. I don't need nothing else.
Exactly.
I'm not saying I'm like a douchey kind of guy, but I'm saying, like, like, I understand myself enough to do good in life. And I feel like if I'm not doing good in a class nowadays, I mean, like, I understand, all right, it wasn't given to me now, but I feel like there's going to be something better for me later.
Yeah.
100%.
And
That's a firm belief in my religion. Like, if you believe in God or not, if God doesn't give you something right now that you really wanted, then don't expect it now, but expect something better that'll happen later.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, if you're a good soul, yeah.
If you believe in God, but if you don't believe in God, I mean, like,
it's
the
fine,
same
either
thing,
way.
pretty
Yeah,
much.
Yeah. Yeah, as we were saying the last podcast, like, it doesn't matter if you believe in God or not. Like, as long as you put your mind to something, then just keep doing that.
Yeah,
honestly.
you're set.
Yeah.
Dang, that was a lot. I had a lot to get out of. Like,
Yeah.
I had a lot of just annoyance towards this topic, but I feel like it needed to be heard.
Yeah.
And that's a cool thing about this podcast, you know?
Yeah, we just
We're
get
out
our
here
feelings
talking
out.
about,
Exactly.
Yeah, deep feelings. People hate on the name.
Yeah.
Look at what we're
come on,
doing
dude.
right now. Like, literally.
Exactly.
We're going deep into this stuff. I mean, what I'm saying, like, this podcast was amazing. Like, honestly. I'm trying to say, like, this.
Yeah, and we want to do, like, more conversations like this.
Yeah, the decision to do this podcast, first of all, was, like...
It was a great idea.
Yeah, it was a great idea.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going with that, but I just want to say, yeah, this is awesome. How do I get a shout out on Deep Feelings? Awesome Mamu, shout out to you.
All right, shout out to, what's his name?
That's
Parker.
my uncle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. Honestly, we actually have a lot of, like, Faiz's, like, relatives that follow the podcast, so shout out to Faiz's
guys,
family.
Please don't hate on me for what I just said.
So, yeah, we're ending it off. It's
gonna end
season
it
1, episode 3, Deep Feelings. And, yeah, make sure to go.
Don't hurt me at school.
Yeah, don't do that.
I just kidding. we're just out here in Deep Feelings.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
All right, and
Deuces.
yeah, peace.